Tuesday night football brings us to North London and the home of Hendon as they take on Dulwich Hamlet in a top-of-the-table clash. Welcome to Matchday 23. Hendon may be donating money to Dulwich Hamlet's 12th man campaign, but there'll be no love lost on the pitch tonight as Hendon look to take themselves back into the playoff positions. As for Dulwich, they know that Billericay are close on their heels and they'll want another win this evening to further increase their chances of promotion at the end of the season. Very good evening to Mick Sullivan, who's alongside me, and James Cummins as well. As we look at the two sides, Hendon will be looking towards Nico Muir to get them goals this evening. 13 goals so far this season. As for Dulwich Hamlet, plenty of impressive performances so far this season. Ashley Carew, of course, up front in the goals recently for them. Nyron Clunis is their leading scorer. He has 7 for the season so far. And Mick, we look to this game, top of the table clash. If Hendon win tonight, they take themselves back into the playoffs, and it's been really impressive for them this season.
It has been. First versus 6, and as you say, there's not too many points separating either side, and Hendon got home advantage, and they've been bang on form. Looking at their last 6, I think they've only lost 1 game out of their last 6 results, so yeah, should be lively this game, should be close as well.
And James, it should be, because Hendon have won their last 3, and as Mick mentioned, Dulwich have actually won their last 5. So
yeah, absolutely. Hendon have been a really decent side so far this season, but Dulwich Hamlet really have been the form team in the Bostik Premier League so far this season.
And it comes towards Carew. Can't quite get it down, but Dulwich will maintain possession and have the ball in the corner. Can they get it into the box? Been well defended at the moment. They might be forced to go back. Lovely piece of skill, and it does go into the box. What a fantastic cross. Going to bounce down. Is this going to be the first goal of the game? Flicked away for the corner. Dangerous passage of play from the visitors. In it comes. Goes towards the near post. It's well cleared by Nico Muir, who's doing defensive duties early in this game. Might be another chance for a shot from Dulwich. Low, straight towards the keeper, and it will be easy for Tom Lovelock just to pick that one up. It's time for Hendon to perhaps show what they can do coming forward, and Nathaniel George with a lovely piece of trickery onto his right foot. Still going, Nathaniel George looks to bend one round. And again, Hendon have the ball, and they waste no time in coming forward and running towards that Dulwich box. It's in towards Muir. Muir turns, shoots, goal! First goal of the evening, and it is the in-form Nico Muir. Lovely turn, 13 goals, that's his 14th for the season now. Just took it onto his right foot in the box, turned and put it low past Preston Edwards. Dream start for the home team. It's Hendon 1, Dulwich 0.
Great opportunity there from the home side, and Nico Muir using all of his experience and his form so far to really cause the Dulwich defence problems. It's a great low shot, and Preston Edwards had no chance of stopping that effort, and it's the home side that take the advantage. 1-0 to Hendon.
I think what Gary McCann's done well this season, he's changed a lot of his playing personnel from last year, and to get them gelling so quickly together this year is fantastic.
Nathaniel George picks it up. This could be another opportunity if they can get it into Muir. Muir turns. What can he do? Shoots. This time it's well blocked. Still with Hendon, though, bouncing around in the box. Again, it's good defending. Dulwich have possession with Ming down by the corner flag, working well to get this ball in. He do really well to get it in, and he does. And now it's with Ferguson onto his left foot. Ferguson crosses the ball. It needs to be defended well all the way to the back post, and it's going to be the equaliser. And it was Nathan Ferguson's cross. Put it high up towards the back post, and it was just nodded in. And we're at 1 apiece.
One apiece. I think it was poorly defended, but it was a cross from on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it got caught up high in the wind and was slow to come down. But I just think the goalkeeper wasn't reactive from Hendon's perspective, and the centre backs were even less reactive. And for Ashley Carew, I think, was the man that actually just toe poked it in. It was a bad goal to concede from Hendon.
And there's real drama in the Lowestoft Town Leatherhead game. Jack Midson and Sammy Moore have both been sent off in that game. And it's Hendon who scored again. It was a cross into the box, and it was into Diodeo. Brilliant cross. Plenty of room in the box to head the ball, and he just glances it into the same corner that Nico Muir put his shot. A lovely, delicate header in the box, and it's 2-1 Hendon.
Superb finish from Diediu there, and Dulwich Hamlet, they just switched off. They should have done a lot better, and it's a second example of sloppy defending that we've seen in this game. And it was the Hendon man who just deftly headed into the corner, and it's home advantage again here in North London. 2-1 Hendon.
Wow, what a game, Mick, we're seeing here tonight.
Great. Well, we're 15 minutes into this game. Yeah, let's hope that the goals keep coming.
Dulwich just, James, don't really seem to be at it at the moment.
No, they don't. They don't seem to be going into second gear here, and they really aren't coping.
But they're coming forward now, driven into the box. Will they make me eat those words? It comes across, just deflected off a Hendon player, and it will go for a Dulwich throw.
I think it just re-advised looking at Hendon. They slightly changed to like a 4-3-3, whereas they started off like a 4-4-2. So quite interesting how they tweak their shape as the game goes on.
Chance now for Hendon again. It's going to be Nico Moore. Can he make it 3? Does make it 3! It was a mistake in the Dulwich defence, but the linesman has he put his flag up now? Yes. The linesman's put his flag up. My word, that was, I think it was about 5 minutes later than the ball was put in the net. Absolutely unbelievable, but it was offside, and we do play on now. And again, it goes to what we were saying before, Mick, but the Nico Muir went through. He seemed to go past a couple of Dulwich players, slot the ball home, and then the linesman flag went up, which was very bizarre.
Well, he had a lot to do to actually slot home. It was a great finish underneath, is it Preston Edwards' legs? Very good finish.
Hendon again flick it on, and again Nico Muir finds it. He plays it over the top towards Joseph. Joseph, ball's bouncing around. Referee doesn't blow his whistle. Muir picks it up again. Looking so dangerous coming forward. Hendon, Joseph. Out to Muir. What can he do? Lays it back to Joseph. Brilliant cross. Goes all the way across the 6-yard box. George onto his right foot. Finds Uechechi. Back there. Lovely play. It was back to Nathaniel George. Couldn't get his shot off though. Really should have finished that from there. Again, the interchange between players from Hendon has been sumptuous in this first half. Ball almost runs through to Nathaniel George again. This time Dulwich get it back, and they'll get it back with Sanchez Ming. Ming's got plenty of space to run into now, onto his right foot, lays it off into Alassani. He comes back on his left-hand side, tries to curl the shot, flicks off Sam Murphy, still bouncing around. And they will have a real chance to get this ball into the box and cause a few more problems. It's going to be taken by Uechechi. Plays it short towards Joseph. Just inside the box now, Joseph. Onto his left foot, takes the shot, brilliant shot. Caught by Preston Edwards. He actually dropped it again, and fortunately for him, there were no Hendon players around. Dulwich who have the ball and looking to get the equaliser. It's driven all the way across. It needed to be commanding from Tom Lovelock, and it was. On the edge of his 6-yard box. Ashley Carew doesn't manage to take that down. That's been the tale of the half for the Hamlet. And they've made a mess up here. Nico Muir comes in, surely a penalty. It is a penalty. And another mess up in the Dulwich defence.
I think he's going to go.
And it was Preston Edwards who brought down Nico Muir, and he's going to be lucky to stay on the pitch now. It's Preston Edwards. Referee coming over. Well, should be a yellow, though, because of the
double jeopardy
that we were talking about on the show the other day. And it will be a yellow card for Preston Edwards. It was a clear foul. Nico Muir has been so lively in this first half. Took the ball round Edwards. It was a mess up in the first place between Edwards and his centre-back. And Muir went over. Referee, no hesitation, pointed to the penalty spot. And it will be Nico Muir who will have the chance to grab his second of the game and put Hendon, deservedly, it has to be said, 3-1 up. Muir puts the ball down. What can he do? Steps up, plays it in the goal, and it's calm, cool and collective from Nico Muir as he puts Hendon 3-1 up. And it's a long way back for Dulwich now. We were talking about it earlier, Mick. They're going to be most definitely the most pleased of the two managers now.
Well, yeah, Gary McCann will be happier, obviously. Yeah, so, well, I'd like to be a fly in the changing room for Dulwich at half-time, because I'm sure Gavin's going to get into his players. You know, this type of performance isn't good enough, particularly, you know, they've been the sort of also-rans for the last 2 or 3 seasons and not quite made it. Tonight would be a big loss if they did lose this game, but I'd still fully expect Dulwich to have some sort of 15-20 minute period, and they've got to make it count in the second half.
But Dulwich do come forward now. Just need to regain possession a little bit better to start with. Dulwich didn't see much of the ball in the first 45. Weatherston crosses it in all the way across, and it is bouncing around. It's dangerous. It's towards the substitute foul. Foul still got the ball. Eventually lays it back to Cargbo. Cargbo plays it off to Carew. Carew low on the floor, never going to trouble Lovelock in the goal. And Cargbo picked it up there just on the edge of the box. Looked to get himself on the right foot, Cargbo. Just couldn't shape up for the shot. Reminded us of that wonderful goal that he scored in the playoff final last year.
Good passage of play by Dulwich there. They strung 3, 4, 5 passes together and undone Hendon at the back there a little bit and got a strike off.
He's got an opportunity here, Ben.
Joseph does shoot. Not far wide. Just hits the back frame of the goal. Keeper was stranded. A decent effort from Joseph. Nathan Green just having a run past a couple of the Hendon players. You do feel like it's going to be something special that's going to get Dulwich back into this game if they are going to. And there it might be. It's a strike from the substitute foul. A good one as well. Lovelock had to put all of his body weight behind that. It was ferociously hit by the substitute.
Oh.
And again, Hendon come forward. Decent strike just wide. Nico Muir looking for his hat-trick.
They're just living too dangerously here, Dulwich. They're just giving the front three, yet again, too much space.
Maybe slightly more than 25 yards. Here's Carew, goes for the shot, saved. Keeper loses it, does gain it in a second attempt, though. There was Dulwich players coming in. He did really well to gain that second time round, Lovelock. Perhaps should have kept hold of it the first time, but decent effort from Carew. Should have been comfortably held. Keeper let it slip, but he did grab it the second time.
They should have taken it a lot earlier, and they didn't. That's just been the story of their game so far.
Nathaniel George twists and turns, gets the ball back to Iwachechi. Patient play from the home side. George gets it back eventually. Jinx is on his right foot on the edge of the box. Might look for the shot here, George. Does look for the shot, well wide in the end. And
good to see these teams have a plan B, isn't it, Ben?
you said it, Mick, though, at the beginning of the game. You're not top of the Bostik Premier Division for no reason. Ball comes in. It's probably the most dangerous ball they put in all game. And that was the substitute foul who put that ball in. Plenty of men forward for this corner now. In it comes. Dangerous, goes over everybody. Going to fall to the substitute who lofts the ball up.
Oh!
Claims for a handball. Penalty.
Yeah.
Referee gives the penalty to Dulwich Hamlet. And they might just get themselves back into this game. The ball was lofted in by Wigan, the substitute, and it was actually gone to the back post. There was no Dulwich players around him, but it did bounce off a hand of a Hendon defender, and it's given Dulwich the opportunity to get themselves back in this game. And Ashley Carew, who's already scored tonight, this will be his 5th of the season, places that ball down on the penalty spot, and how important this might be. 15 minutes left. He could well do something. Here's Carew. Ashley Carew steps up. What can he do? Carew, it's in, down the middle, and Dulwich Hamlet are back in the game, and they go and grab the ball straight away. And game on for the last 15 minutes. It's Hendon 3, Dulwich Hamlet 2.
That's interesting because, as you say, that ball went to the back post and their defender, the Hendon defender, I don't think realised he handled it. It come down deep from up in the air, and I think it hit his hand, the ball, but it just looked like an accident to me. But everyone screamed for it, and you know what happens when everyone screams for it. Normally the referee goes with it.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of luck there for the away side, to be fair. Game on here.
Set piece at the end of the game, and Dulwich come forward now. Could they get a shot off here? So many Hendon bodies behind the ball. Dinked in, keeper comes out, punches it this time.
Ashley Carew is the set play taker, so I think his delivery will be half decent. And obviously they've loaded the box up. Your goalkeeper, no, he's not coming up for this one, Ben.
No, he's staying in the centre circle here.
In it goes, dangerous, punched away again by Tom Lovelock. Still with Muir, who eventually gets dispossessed, but it will come through to Cochrane, the substitute. And all Hendon need to do now is just keep this ball and keep it away from those Dulwich players. That's a lofted ball towards goal from Cochrane, though, and it will give Preston Edwards an opportunity just to redeem himself from the last goal kick that he played. And it's flicked on towards the substitute foul into Carew, but he can't quite bring this ball down. Moments left for Dulwich to get themselves back into this game. That's lofted high again. It might reach Alassani. Needs to win these second balls, Dulwich. They've not really done that all game. Composed play from Taylor. Taylor lofts it in again towards Alassani, bouncing around on the edge of the box. What can they do? It's going to fall to Hales. Is it Hales? It's in! And it's the equaliser from Dulwich Hamlet. It fell to Hales. All the Dulwich players and management staff go over to congratulate him. It was a long ball up into the box from Taylor. It bounced down. It was off Alassani, edge of the box, and it was Hales who played most of the game at centre-back, ran onto that ball with a brilliant finish into the top corner. And it's Hendon 3, Dulwich Hamlet 3. I
don't believe it. I do not believe it. The person who I said should have gone home and gone to bed with a cup of tea has produced an unbelievable moment in this game. What a goal from Ricky Hales. He's redeemed himself with that, and Dulwich Hamlet have got themselves out of jail. What a goal.
What a fantastic advert for Bostik League tonight, I tell you. This has been thoroughly enjoyable on a sort of cold, wettish evening in, what's the name of this place called?
Silver Jubilee Park.
And the final whistle, what a...
And that's it. The final whistle does go. Unbelievable game here this evening. And how you feel if you're a Hendon player or supporter. Completely dominated for 70 minutes of this game, and they should have won it comfortably, outplayed the league leaders for much of the game, and somehow Dulwich Hamlet have got themselves a point, and that's what they say about teams at the top and teams in form, and the teams that will eventually go on to perhaps seal promotion. A fantastic performance from Hendon, but a marvellous comeback from the South London side to keep themselves with that unbeaten run over the last 6 games. And the final score here, as the players trudge off the pitch in a thoroughly entertaining game, Hendon 3, Dulwich Hamlet 3.
It's very much when you concede a goal late on and right at the death, it definitely feels like a defeat. You've got a distraught changing room in there. I felt we controlled the first half and was good value for a 3-1 lead. Second half we made a bit bitty and a little ugly at times, but we felt we'd done enough to see the game out. But just a couple of lapses and a couple of bits that we've got to do better with has seen us drop another 2 points. So it definitely feels like a defeat at the moment.
So many great individual performances, and the team came out 100 miles an hour and did that for 70 minutes of the game. Was that always in the plan, to come out and challenge Dulwich like that?
I think you've got to stand toe-to-toe with them. They're a fantastic footballing team. We very much wanted to make sure we got on the front foot and played as high up the pitch as we possibly could to stop them playing. And I thought we got spot on tactically. I thought we made it really difficult for them. They had to go longer than they would like. and we was really effective when we had turnover of the ball. We could have scored more than the 3 goals we did in the first half, and we just needed that 4th goal maybe to just kill the game off.
We didn't really turn up today. First half was probably our worst of the season, to be honest with you. Credit to Hendon, I thought they done well. Their game plan obviously worked, but for us I don't think we did fairly well in the first half. In the second half I think we really tried to contain them, and then obviously we made 2 subs sort of with about 15 or 20 minutes to go to try and salvage something from the game.
Do you have to take the positives tonight, the fact that you are top of the league and that you've been on this great run, and good teams, they say, always find a way to get a result even when perhaps you don't play well?
Yeah, sure. I think it's important for us to show our character and our fight. We didn't even turn up today. We were a shadow of the team that played on Saturday at Met Police. But even said that, we showed that we still want to fight. We still want to get the points or get a point out of the game and get something from it, even though we didn't really play well.
Any complaints with the 5 minutes of added on time at the end?
I just went into the referee to ask where we got the 5 minutes from. He said that he'd designated 4 minutes, and at the time that our captain Casey had taken to get off the pitch, see him add a bit more. But Casey had come off in the 89th minute, so by the time he gives us the minutes that are remaining, that should be in the 4 minutes. And that was the point I tried to make. But he said it's always a minimum of 4 minutes. I mean, that's they get out of jail card every time. I'm disappointed that the goal was scored a minute and a bit over the 4 minutes, but we've got to look inwards. We've got to look how we can deal with that first and second phase of that goal better. We haven't defended well enough the last passage of play, and it's ended up costing us.
How difficult is it for you, being on such a good run of form and being top of the table, but knowing that Billericay have so many games in hand?
Not difficult at all, no. I think our job is to worry about ourselves. If we can keep winning, I think that applies pressure on Billericay. Everyone knows they're the fancy team in the league. They're well funded, they're a very good team, very good players. So if we keep winning, we just keep putting pressure on them. It means they have to keep working. Even today's point, it means they still have to keep working. It's another point that they have to get back. So for us, we just want to focus on trying to do as well as we can. And if that means we make Billericay's life harder to try and win this league, then great. It might go down to the wire, we don't know, but our job is to try and go all the way down to the wire and see if we can take them as far as we can.
Congratulations, Daniel. I've made you my Bostik Man of the match. To be fair, your vision, your assists that you've done, it was fantastic. Your work rate was, unbelievable. What's your feelings on that?
A bit disappointed with the result, but yeah, I guess we played well enough today to come off with a win. The feeling is kind of flat in the change room because obviously the goal went in the last minute, but it was a good shift, especially the first half. I thought we done brilliant. Unlike the time we played against them, they'd done the same thing to us. It was more like they were on top and we had to just weather through the whole storm and then scored at the last minute. And it kind of felt like karma come back to bite us. But this time, at least we got away with a point. So that's the only consolation from that game.
Do you think you got your tactics spot on today? Because obviously you got 3 forward runners and yourself make up the 4 really well. And I think you're going to give any team in the Bostik League a hard game going forward. I mean, is that your normal game about playing that number 10 area?
That's always been my role, really. But obviously, when I came in, I was happy to play anywhere for the team. And like you mentioned, going forward, we've got really talented players. And as we've shown this season, against any side, going forward, we're a threat. And we just have to try and work on our game management, when we're winning the game and even in front, just staying in front and getting more goals and working on a final third. But like you said, in this league, I think we've got great players going forward, and that could be key towards the back end of the season.
Gary says that he's recruited a lot of players this season, and you're one of the new recruits. Can you give us an idea tell me where you've come from and your background?
Last season I was at Boreham Wood, and it was a thing where it was quite a fair few bit of teams I could have gone to, but for a few reasons. Gary, after knowing him from Junior Lewis as well, so it's coming from a good recommendation about the team and how his management style, how he looks after his players. So I came in, and it was a group of boys that I found easy to work with, and everyone's keen to learn and work hard for each other, and I didn't find it hard to come in because I settled in, as you can see, with everyone else around the club and that. So it's been good. It's been good.
Right, last question, $1 million question. Can you win the league? Can you beat Billericay and pip them for the title, or at least get second spot?
I mean, like we've shown today, even against Billericay, although we lost, we showed we were a good side against them, and we came out from that game as well feeling like we lost the game, feeling like we should have won, even though I know we lost it, but I felt like we should have won the game. But yes, of course, it's not impossible if we can pull together and, like I said, work on our game management. We should, you can. There's nothing. It's not impossible. I mean, Leicester won the Premier League, so why can't we?
Margate score 3 goals to earn 3 points on the road at Tooting and Mitcham, extending their unbeaten run to 6 league games, and they move up into 7th place. 7 goals at the Taylor Stadium witnesses tonight's high-scoring Bostik game as Brightlingsea Regent put 5 past Burgess Hill Town. Despite being 1-0 down to Harrow Borough on 62, Jonathan Hippolyte found the winner for Staines on 90 to move then into 3rd. Player manager and assistant player manager Sammy Moore and Jack Midston both saw red inside 20 minutes at Lowestoft, and 9-men Leatherhead succumbed 3-1 defeat to the Trawler boys. After conceding 5 in their last encounter to Tonbridge Angels, Needham Market had a huge 5-1 victory over Harlow Town to move them from 22nd into 18th position. In the Bostik North, AFC Hornchurch and Canvey Island both had 1-0 home wins to maintain their 2nd and 3rd position. Bowers and Pitsea move into 4th after their 2-0 win over Waltham Abbey, helped by defeat for Haringey Borough. Averley enjoy their first league victory since the 23rd of September with a 2-0 win over Tilbury. In the Bostik South, Lewis regained top spot with a 2-0 win over South Park, whereas Corinthian Casuals are on the receiving end of the same scoreline and now are a point adrift in 2nd, with their opponents Phoenix Sports moving up to 10th. Goalless draws between Hastings United and Chipstead, and Hivetown and Greenwich Borough sees no movement in the playoff positions. A thrilling battle in North London sees the points go south of the river as Dulwich Hamlet get a 95th minute equaliser here at Hendon.